A skilled hacker suddenly gets a hacking contract from a client. While trying to complete the job, he discovers something that brings a big problem into his life. But what did he find? And how will he escape this danger? You have to watch the full video to find out. Today, we're talking about the 2014 hacking movie Algorithm, The Hacker. So, let's not waste time and start the movie explanation. At the beginning of the movie, we see a CCTV footage where two people are questioning a man. The two NSA agents, Wallace and Peterson, are questioning a man named Charles Dark. He is accused of hacking into a secret government system and stealing information. Even though the agents ask him again and again, he keeps saying he does not know anything. Then the movie takes us 1 month back in a flashback. Here, we see a skilled hacker named Will. Will believes that all the information on the internet should be open and available for everyone. So, out of curiosity, he used to hack into different systems almost every day. Hacking someone's Wi-Fi or breaking into a phone company's server to get unlimited offers was part of his daily life. But besides these hacks, he also took contracts like a private detective and did hacking work for clients. Different clients would hire him at different times for hacking jobs. One day, a businessman named Gordon comes to meet him. Gordon suspected that his wife was cheating on him. He wanted Will to hack into his house system and get all important information from his wife's phone and laptop. Even if Will didn't find anything, Gordon promised to pay him a big amount. Will agreed and started working on the job. Even though Will is a skilled hacker, to enter someone's house system, he first needs to fit a hacking device into the house's electric lines. Making such a device was not something he could do alone, but he had a backup plan. His partner, Bichan, is a highly educated electrical engineer. Bichan knows very well how to manipulate any electric system and build the right hacking device to enter it. So, Will wants to meet him first. Like Will, Bichan also believes that information should be open and available for everyone. He helps Will in every hacking job. Meanwhile, Bichan uses his engineering knowledge to build a hacking device. Will then secretly fits this device into Gordon's house network system. The easiest way to enter any house network system is by hacking the TV connection. Nowadays, almost all TVs have Wi-Fi, and through that connection, all the computers in the house also run. So, if someone can hack the TV connection, they can hack the whole house network. According to Will, the best time to use this hacking device is between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. At this time, everyone in the house is asleep, so the TV network system can be rebooted using the device. During this 1-minute reboot, the network firewall is not active because it only fully loads after the reboot ends. This 1 minute is enough to hack the house system. After fitting the device in the house, Will goes to a library. There, he sets everything according to his plan and gets access to Gordon's house network system. Now he can access all devices in the house, including the woman's computer. Think about how dangerous a hacker can be. Will finds an email in Gordon's wife's mailbox from a guy named Sam Novak. He even sends a reply email from her computer pretending to be her with pictures attached. After that, he goes to meet his friends in a cafeteria. His partner Bichan and 3 other friends are there. Suddenly, Will asks them if they know anything about emergency. Charles, also called Haz, answers that emergency is a very secret and powerful agency of the USA government. It works under the NSA, and it has all the data of the American people. Will asks why he is so interested in emergency. Even though Charles doesn't answer, later Will tells his other friend, Pseudonymous, that he has managed to hack the personal network of Sam Novak, the chief technology officer of emergency. This means that the Sam who received the strict email from Gordon's wife is actually a high-ranking government official. Pseudonymous gets very scared after hearing this and immediately tells him to leave the place. Will had hacked the system using his neighbor's Wi-Fi. Now, because emergency has a huge database, they could quickly find out about this hack and everyone would be in danger. So Will had to go back to his own house. After getting access to Sam Novak's network, he also hacks the emergency server. From there, he starts downloading many secret programs. He could understand most of them, but one program called Shaper was too complicated. Since it was Linux-based, Will went to his Linux expert friend, Haz. At first, Haz was surprised to hear that Will had hacked the emergency server. Then he looked at the Shaper program and explained it in detail to Will. Haz said that this program tries to open an SSH channel to connect to another server, but it needs a login password, and they can only try 3 times. For those who use Linux, SSH channels are a type of system where a program connects to another server and encrypts itself. Because of this, the program cannot be disconnected.
To know which server Shaper wants to connect to, Will has to access that server. He thinks this should not be done in a public place, so he leaves Has and goes to a location where no radio signals can get out. As soon as he enters the room, he covers all the walls with aluminum foil. These foils will block any radio signal from leaving the room. After setting up this signal trap, Will sits down again to uncover the mystery of the Shaper program on his laptop. But the program is written in such a difficult language that his laptop cannot understand it at all. The program could be understood using a special method called Cartesian logic. But even with that, it would take more than a week. To open this program, at least one part of it has to be targeted. If Will could find the IP address of the server that Shaper wants to connect to, maybe he could do something. He kept thinking about how to find this IP address and left the room, like any other day.
Meanwhile, while Will was in that room, some people came and captured Has. They took him for breaking into an important government server. This means that because Will used the cafe Wi-Fi, he is now responsible for the Shaper program hack. On the way, Will sees smoke coming out of his own house. It looks like someone has set his house on fire. When it gets closer, he really sees flames in his house. Could it be that emergencies people know what he's doing? Not knowing what to do, Will goes back to the cafe. This time, Pseudo Nemo scolds him heavily and blames him for Has getting caught. She had warned him from the start not to mess with emergency, but he didn't listen. She lectures him a lot and tells him to leave immediately. With no other option, Will goes to his last hope, Beechin. Everyone else was ignoring him, and he felt very bad, so he spends that night in Beechin's room. The next morning, Will talks with Beechin and realizes something important. The hacking device he had fitted in Gordon's house could also be used to trick the emergency agents. If they put this device in someone's house and access Shaper from that connection, emergency would come to catch them. During that time, Will and Beechin could secretly watch and try to find clues about them. At first, Beechin didn't agree, but later he accepted Will's request. Then Will goes to a man named Robert Martin's house and fits the hacking device. He hacks his Wi-Fi and goes online to access Shaper. Will and Beechin sit at a distance and watch the house. After a while, they see some people coming in a car, taking Martin from his house. Will and Beechin quickly try to take a picture of the car's license plate using a camera. They manage to secretly capture the license plate photo. After that, Will goes to Beechin's house and uses the Tor network to try to find the server's IP address. By the way, when using the Tor network, no one can trace the Wi-Fi's IP address, just like a VPN. So, Will uses Tor to safely try to find the server's IP. But they find that the license plate number was probably fake, so it didn't help them. Finally, Will gets one IP address, but he still cannot access Shaper with it. To break it, he needs to connect to many servers, so he uses a special method called port knocking to connect to the servers of that IP one by one. Using port knocking, Will slowly finds out the IP addresses of all the servers. But even then, he still needs a password to enter the server. So Will runs to his hacker friend, Decimate. When Decimate first heard about Shaper at the cafe, his reaction was strange. Now when Will comes to Decimate's house, he doesn't even want to let him enter. Then Will tells Decimate that he has found Shaper's IP address. To his surprise, Decimate himself tells the IP address letter by letter. Will is shocked and asks, "Where did you get this IP address?" Decimate explains that besides being a hacker, he also works for government agencies and multinational companies. So knowing this IP address was easy for him. He even knows the password for Shaper. When Will asks for the password, Decimate warns him that Shaper is a program so dangerous that if the public knows about it, there could be chaos. Will might not even like what he sees when he opens it. But after Will keeps asking, Decimate finally gives him the password. Then he tells Will that he won't do any more research on Shaper because many people are already in danger. Beechin, however, says that since they have come this far, they should finish the work. If Shaper is a program that can harm people, the world has the right to know. Listening to Beechin, Will goes to a secret place and logs into Shaper. What he sees makes his eyes widen. Shaper is a tracking tool that allows the American government to track any citizen anytime. Privacy basically does not exist. To test it, Will search for Has in the program. He finds all the information about Has, even live footage of his current situation. Meanwhile, agents Peterson and Wallace are interrogating Has and torturing him. They tell him that he tried to log into an important government secret site, which is unforgivable. They also saw Has take a laptop from a man named William, meaning they already know about Will. At first, they had all of Will's data, but later he used the Tor network to hide himself. Now the agents try to get Will's address from Haas, but Haas cannot speak because of the torture. After seeing all this, Will closes his laptop and goes straight to Pseudonimo's cafe. This time, Pseudonimo doesn't want to talk to him either, so Will opens his laptop in the cafe and says to the people inside, "Wouldn't you feel bad if you knew that the NSA is always watching you? All your personal information is with them," Will tells the people in the cafe. After hearing this, a man named Eddie says, "Why should we worry? None of us is doing anything illegal." Will asks Eddie what he did last night. Eddie replies that he watched a Netflix movie. Will even tells him the name of the movie. Everyone is surprised. Then Will explains about Shaper. He tells them that now he can easily track any American because he has access to Shaper. He also says that the NSA and Homeland Security have taken an innocent man named Jared Martin and are torturing him. This shows that anyone can become a target at any moment just on suspicion. After hearing this, Pseudonimo asks, "Why are you telling them all this? We will all be in danger." Will replies, "He is still in Homeland Security's hands. If we don't free him, the danger will grow. They might even harm him." Will explains that he can break their system with Beechan's help, but he needs Pseudonimo to be there. Once they free Haas, Pseudonimo will drive them away. After showing Pseudonimo Haas's condition on the laptop, she agrees to help. Then Will sets up some fake documents so that it looks like he is there to handle the prison transfer of Haas and Martin. Disguised as a prison officer, he goes to the Homeland Security office. He gives the receptionist the fake files and tells them that Haas and Martin are being transferred to another jail. The files are so perfect that the receptionist doesn't suspect anything. The receptionist tells Will that Martin is no longer in the jail. If he wants, he can take Haas. In reality, Martin died under torture, but the NSA and Homeland Security covered it up. Since revealing it would cause chaos in the country, no one knew. Homeland Security hands Haas over to Will, and he takes him away. Haas's face is completely damaged after all the torture. Will quickly drives him far away in Pseudonimo's car. Meanwhile, agents Peterson and Wallace go to check on Haas in the torture room. When they don't find him, they panic. After asking the receptionist, they realize someone tricked them and took Haas. They immediately use their team to search for him. On the other hand, Will, Haas, and Pseudonimo head to Decimate's house. Will had nowhere else to go, so he goes to Decimate's door. At first, Decimate doesn't want to let him in, but after Will talks about Haas, he finally lets everyone inside. Will has managed to rescue Haas from Homeland Security, which surprises Decimate a lot. At the same time, Decimate is angry because now he himself is in danger. Will is surprised to see that Beechan is already there. Haas is so injured that he has to lie in a corner on the floor. Then Will tells Decimate that he wants to reveal Shaper to the public because it is completely wrong to invade people's privacy. But Decimate warns him that fighting government agencies is pointless. They will watch as much as they want because it's for national security. Will doesn't agree, and Beechan continues to support him. That night, they all sleep after arguing. The next morning, Decimate wakens everyone and says that NSA agents are waiting outside. He admits that he informed them himself. He had been working for them from the start. As soon as he finishes, the agents come and take Will, Haas, and Pseudonimo away. Beechan gets very upset and starts crying, but Decimate tells him to stay calm, saying everything is part of a plan. He doesn't reveal what the plan is. Meanwhile, we see Gordon waking up. The whole story started because he came to Will to hack his wife's laptop. Gordon calls someone to set a date to meet Will. After about 20 days, Gordon comes to meet him. Will immediately realizes that everything was planned. Gordon had tested his hacking skills by setting this up. This is how the NSA hires hackers. They even torture them for several days to test their physical and mental strength. Those who pass get a job offer from the NSA. Gordon and Decimate's main plan was revealed. Even a nearly broken Will is offered the same deal. Gordon tells him that if he agrees, he will have happiness and respect in life. Will asks, "How can I trust you? You killed all my friends." Gordon reassures him that all his friends are safe. Neither Haas nor Pseudonimo were harmed by the NSA. After hearing this, Will finally agrees to work for Gordon, also known as Ellis. This is how the amazing hacking movie ends. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and comment. See you in the next video.